Hi Gemini, welcome back to the New Moon in Libra reading for September 25th, 2022. First of all, thank you very much Gemini for listening. You are the most watched sign and I really appreciate it. And so I'm going to do a little extra for you here. But thank you. This is a very interesting energy. I think this is kind of like be careful what you wish for card because you'll probably get it and then see what happens. What's coming in for you with the new moon is the Nine of Cups, which is really one of my favorite cards. But in this deck, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love this deck and I love this Nine of Cups in this deck. But it's paired with the Five of Pentacles. So for me, the Nine of Cups is a wish card, but it's also a card of, I would say, how would you put this lightly? Overindulgence, or I would even say, I say that because the devil is next to it, but it can also be sort of being boastful about what you have or gloating about it. I don't really feel that here. I feel it's more like be careful what you wish for, you might get it, and if you do, it creates a little bit of instability with the Five of Pentacles. However, if you were hoping that your heart or your health is in a better place, or the hope can be, or the wish can be that you want to belong somewhere because you feel possibly that you don't, or you feel left out of a situation. And that causes some instability. Five of Pentacles, and Pentacles again are finances and health. So if you were hoping your health got better, it should. If you're hoping your finances get better, it should. In this case, I have a feeling that this can be romantic related, but it does cause some instability. Maybe you feel or have felt that you wanted somebody in your life and didn't feel like there was a place for you or there was anyone out there for you. That's also yeah, I'm picking up that for someone as well. And you may get your wish in meeting somebody. Maybe you get a wish about meeting a few people because the Nine of Cups is certainly more than one. It's plenty. And that can also cause some instability. The devil and the moon are how you react. And for me, when I see the two together, I get the feeling of deception. Now, this is you and how you're reacting to situations, and so you may be holding back information. With the devil card there, you are certainly, how do I want to say this? You are attractive, or you are tempting. That's kind of what I want to say with the devil. Devil is temptation. So you might be tempted and you might be tempting. The moon, though, is that things are not so clear. And thus the illusion or deception, and that can be deceiving ourselves in situations, in this case, I think, because of its placement, because it's how you're behaving or how you're reacting. And so there can be some self-deception here, which is not good for you with the devil there, because the devil is always showing us what it is that we need to clear up or clean up or make better in our lives. And the moon are our fears, deep subconscious fears that come up and want to be seen. And the best thing to do is not to shove them back down, but to go ahead and look at them. Face your fears. Always face your fears. When you do that, the devil or the deception or the darkness has no hold on you. Irregardless of what's going on, it has no hold on you. It can't do anything to you. The moon barks at the dog, or the moon rather. Let me reiterate that. The dog barks at the moon, Sorry, it's Mercury in retrograde. The dog barks at the moon. There's nothing to fear with the moon. Um, but it is our deepest fears that come up. Interesting. The Judgment card and the King of Wands are the outcome. So the Judgment card for me is just that. It is a sort of awakening or a reawakening. You hear the call. You hear something, and that gives you information on how to better judge anyone or anything. In this case, we're looking at a King of Wands. This deck is very curious because the kings are, there are two kings for every suit, a male and a female. And this King of Wands is the female counterpart, and so it's a receptive energy. It is a little more passive, if a King of Wands can be passive. It's my Aries card. And but there's a sort of a passivity, a passive female energy with that. So I would like to, so this can be somebody that you're dealing with. It can be somebody who is behaving like a King of Wands. King of Wands is my Aries card. That's somebody who is a pioneer in life. They are people who like authority, who like to be an authority, so they would make great managers. They're not the CEO. The CEO is the King of Pentacles, but the King of Wands is somebody who has mastered their passions. And with the Devil card there, this may be about mastering your passions. And this may come through a King of Wands who could be the catalyst in helping you to do that, whether by his actions or his help. There's definitely a King of Wands around. And I would say this is the softer part of the King of Wands because it's the female counterpart. And so this can be your pioneering spirit as well, because of the magical stars that are coming out of her wand. And the rich red, I get, there's a lot of red in this reading that is, and red is your base chakra, so it's the feeling of security, your feeling of feeling secure within yourself in the world. So for me, what I'm kind of getting here is the Devil's going to show you maybe where your insecurities lie and your judgment about it, you know, even within yourself. And whatever plays outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. So you can always use the two to countermeasure each other. So I'd like to get a clarifying card for the first column, which is what's coming in. And you have the Five of Wands. So there's a lot of instability there. This is instability in passions, instability in finances and health, but I think one supports the other. So there is, I do have this feeling of passion going on here, possibly multiple people in your life right now that you kind of have to move around the board a little bit. Yeah, instability where passions are concerned, and also that feeling again, I can't quite get that out of my head. Be careful what you wish for, because you'll probably get it. But it is overindulgence as well. The center card I want to clarify is the Eight of Cups. So it is old emotional baggage that you are releasing at this time. The Devil's going to show you where it is, and the Devil always shows you that through difficulty, through the things that you can't seem to release or let go of. And I think that with the Devil it's quite obvious. It doesn't really hold anything back. The Moon, again, is your internal struggle, the things that come up from your deep subconscious, the things that aren't quite clear. And so I do feel like there's going to be clarity in this type of situation, because the Devil will show you exactly what the moon is bringing up, what your subconscious is bringing up for you to deal with. And this has a lot to do with old emotional baggage, letting it go and moving on, moving forward. Um, I kind of, with this card, I always get the feeling if there's something you can do, do it. If not, let it go. And clarification for the very last one is the Eight of Pentacles. Well, in a way, this kind of helps you deal with, so once you're letting go of things, there becomes a little more stability within your health, because we saw here some unhealthy or some unstable health situations, fears that you may have about it as well. Once you let go of some emotional waters, you can find a little more stability. And I also think with the King of Wands there, that I really do have a feeling it could be an outer person, absolutely, without a doubt, but it can also be you. And the Eight of Pentacles is really honing your craft, going forward, and just working. It's work you like to do. It's work that you maybe long hours or extra hours or something like that, but you don't mind so much because you like what you're doing. It's definitely honing your craft. And the King of Wands is definitely somebody with the energy to do that. Again, that red is that power that really grounds you and says, all right, let's get this done. And I do feel that there's a bit of a mixed bag here, Gemini, as it would be with you. You're busy people. And I would just say, in this case, let's do what the Spirit want you to know. But I do think I see better health towards the end of the 2 to 4 week period. I do feel like your energy sort of comes back to you. It's a new sort of lease on your internal life, as well as things that you want to get started in the outer world. So what the Spirit wants you to know, you have the King of Cups here. So you have a couple people, indeed. There's a couple of players here. The King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is my Cancer card. So this is more of a watery type of person. This is my entrepreneur card. So they're people who like to have their own business, kind of steer their own boat, if you will. They are people who have mastered their emotions, and this can be something that you are in the midst of. You're right next to July, so the Cancer season, so you may have some traits of that. When two signs are that close to each other, though, they are very different, but that doesn't mean there isn't an influence there, and so it could very well be. The King of Cups is, again, like I said, this is somebody who masters their emotions, and that could very well be what's happening here. I do feel an up and down energy, as it would be right now. I think things are really scattered, but I think everything eventually lands where you want it to, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. It's a very good card. It brings some more energy to the situation and to you yourself, where it is that you want to maybe forge a new path for yourself. So I hope this has helped, Gemini. Thank you very much once again. Thank you for your support, for watching the videos. I hope they've helped, and I'll see you in 2 weeks with the full moon reading. Thank you. Bye.